Alright guys, Kybel here, bringing you a deck profile. This is the deck profile I've been rocking for the past few weeks. Minor adjustments since YCS Orlando. I'm going to start out with the Tenpai package, obviously. 3 Tenpai Dragon Hydra, 1 Chandra, obviously it's limited to 1. 2 Fadra. I've seen most people have been playing only 1 Fadra. I don't really like that too much because 1 Fadra, like, if you lose your Chandra and your Fadra, you're kind of just screwed. Whereas if you have 2 Fadra, you have a better chance of getting back your Chandra if you lose it. We have 2 Tenpai Dragon Genroku. Again, I see people only using 1. I don't really like that because if you draw into it, it's kind of bad. So you generally just want to search it. Then the 1 Sengen Summoning and the 1 Sengen Kaiman. Then we'll go down here. This is my main way to search Genroku, is the 1 Gold Sark and 1 Blaster. Obviously, you can still search it with Sengen Summoning, but I prefer the Blaster method. The Sengen Summoning I usually use to get either Chandra or Fadra, depends on if I already have Chandra or not. If I don't already have Chandra, I'll always get Chandra. But if not, I'll get the Fadra. We have the Bystial package next, which is 2 Bystial Lubellion, 1 Druis Worm, 1 Magnemite, and 1 Baldrake. I feel like having more of the interruption hand traps is better than having your deck crowded with too many Bystials. Druis Worm, obviously really, really good this format. The destruction effect is always nice. Baldrake's also really good this format. You can always sack off a Bystial, preferably Druis Worm, spin a extra deck monster back, and then also get another destruction. Very good interruption. 1 Branded Regained. Branded Regained, it doesn't really come up too much. I've been honestly thinking about dropping it, but when it does come up, it's good. You banish a light or dark, you draw a card. It's also really good in the Malice matchup because they're always banishing. Spin it back, draw a card. Then for the interruption, we have Call by the Grave, always great card. 3 Ash Blossom, no words needed. Ash Blossom's just a great card. 2 Effect Veiler, which there was 3, as you can see down here. There's 1 in my side deck. There was 3. I dropped 1 for the Branded Regained. 1 Nib. I generally don't like seeing Nib too often. It does come up sometimes. I have been thinking about adding a second one, just because we are in a very special summon heavy format where a lot of people are just comboing off. It's a really good form of interruption. 3 Infinite Impermanence. Great card. Sets up a lot of interruption. Negate a monster and potentially negate one of your opponent's spell and traps. And if they're dumb enough to play it into an Imperm column, then there you go. Now for the destruction spells, we have 2 Dark Hole, 2 Raigeki, 2 Lightning Storm. I feel like this is a good ratio. I usually see at least 1 of the 3 my opening hands. Lightning Storm, obviously, great card. Dark Hole and Raigeki put in their work too, whether that's being fodder for a negate of theirs or just destroying their board. Then we have the 1 terraforming, obviously to search out the Sangan Kaiman. 2 Ultimate Slayer. In this Ryziel heavy format, you're going to want to Ultimate Slayer, dump the aggregator, spin the detonator, and negate another monster on field. And the cool thing about that is you can negate the Desiree, because this isn't going to be on board. So if they have the Fiendsmith stuff, you can just negate their Desiree, which is really good. Which will set up your plays going forward, because you're not gonna have to worry about the Desiree negate on like Pydra, because on Pydra's your starter. We have the 1 Pot of Prosperity. In a deck like this, that's an overwhelming majority non-engine and hand traps, Pot of Prosperity comes in handy a lot, and with most of my extra deck not being essential, I could just dump all that. Then we have the 2 Forbidden Droplet to go with the 2 Infinite Impermanents. Forbidden Droplet's really, really good this format. Setting Imperm and Droplet, and then activating Imperm Chain Droplet, sending the Imperm if they try to negate the Imperm. Really good. Let's get to the extra deck. We have 2 Bident, obviously. The 1 Transcendent, the 1 Trident, that's going to be your Tenpai package. Transcendent is amazing. We love Transcendent. Bident, obviously, best card. Well, one of the best cards in the deck. Then we have the Black Rose engine. Black Rose Dragon doesn't come up too often, but when it does, it's good. Because what you could do is, right, you do your 3 attacks, have your Bident out on field, use like Chandra and Pydra, go into Black Rose, blow up your board, get back your Bident. And then if you held onto your Kaiman, you can Kaiman out either another Pydra or Fadra, and you're off to the races. You basically won the game. Aggregator, I already explained why that's there. And now the Link package. The Link package is cool. So we have Striker Dragon, which you're going to, if your opponent, say, ashes your Pydra, and you have like Chandra or Kaiman in hand, you can make 2 dragons go into Striker Dragon. You can have your 2 dragons go into Striker Dragon, and then Striker Dragon and the other dragon card you have out go into SP. Get the banish, and then you also have the banish for next turn. We have the 2 spheres. Spheres is just really good in this deck. Gets you into a lot of things. You can spheres go into Genroku, send Genroku, go into Pydra, grab Kaiman, or grab Sangan Summoning if you don't already have it. IPSP, we already went into that line. Promethean Princess, I'm actually taking out. I did not mean to have that in there. It's good, but very situational. You actually want to run Nightmare Unicorn. And here's why. Access code talker. So, you can go, do your lines, have all your links engraved, go into access code talker, and just start picking apart their board with a huge access code talker. This is another OTK line. It doesn't really come up for me that much. It has a couple of times, but it's won me games. now we'll get to the side deck. We have 3 Heat Wave for going first, obviously. Heat Wave is just busted. We have the 1 Koa Chimera Drago. Typically what you want to do is going first if you know you're up against like Malice. We'll end on spheres. Usually I end on spheres with Sangen summoning on field, and then in draw phase I will use the Hieratic Seal effect, bounce the Sangen summoning back to my hand, and then I'll special out the Koa Chimera Drago. And usually I have some kind of negates or hand traps in my hand or on field. We have the 2 Triple Tactics talents. Obviously, you're going to get hand trapped a lot. You're going to get monster effects activated in response to your effects. Triple Tactics talent is really good. You can either extend, or I usually rip a card out of my opponent's hand. Triple Tactics talent is really good this format. The extra effect Veiler just in case. Elder Entity Entis is another good option. I see a lot of fusion decks running around. You could use this against Blue Eyes, bounce Tyrant with the, spin Tyrant with the Ultimate Slayer, and then get another pop. 2 Super Poly. Super Poly for Garura. Really good going up against Blue Eyes, going up against Malice, and even Ryziel. Well, not really Ryziel, but Garura, very good card. It also, the lesser known effect of Garura is that your opponent takes double battle damage from it. So you're getting if you attack with it directly off rip, 3k. Right to the face. Easier to OTK if you get interrupted. We have the 2 Crossout Designators. I use this mostly for hand traps. Like if I know my opponent's on a hand trap heavy build, I'll side these in. They don't really come in too often. Fuwalos. 2 Fuwalos. So, I honestly don't side into this that much, because it doesn't really... So, I usually don't have a problem with bricking because of how my ratios are. I can usually fumble around into something, but Fuwalos is just a generically good card. Like, Maxi, let's go. On Master Duel, I run 2 Fuwalos, 2 Perulia, 2 Maxi, all in main. Well, obviously in main, there's no siding. Crazy card. Alright, without further ado, let's show you what the deck does. Alright, here we go. We got a game. Let's see if we can get die roll. We did. We're going second. Not the greatest hand. And they're playing Drytron.
One eternity later.
No. Then the aggregator. Negate the vanities. Chain. Negate the IP. Yeah, go for it. Into SP. And what is Dark Hole? Yeah, it's fine, whatever. Okay, so they don't have the Ash. Well, I don't even know why I'm worried about Ash. I don't want you recurring that Ben 10. We will special summon Hydra. Hydra adds summoning to hand. Yep, and they surrendered. They knew where that was going. We'll side in those, that, and the Perulias. So we're gonna go 1 Dark Hole, 1 Raigeki, 1 Lightning Storm. You never know when they're going to make you go first. Like, Drytron usually doesn't, but they might get cheeky and try to make me go first so they can OTK. Yep. Oh, no, he just gonna pass. Cool. GG easy. Sem Blaster. Blaster at Genroku. Activate Genroku. Yeah, sure, whatever. Grab Pi. Hydrad summoning. So summoning. Add Chandra. Now here's where you get to see my cool little plays. Alright. So we'll go to battle. Activate Chandra. We will not activate Fadra here. Most people would just revive the Genroku. Me? No. Because watch this. We'll activate Fadra. Go into Biden. Biden effect. Special Fadra. Fadra effect. Special back Chandra. Activate Hydra. Go these two. Transcendence. Boom. Go into Transcendence. Just in case on the off chance. I know they didn't have anything they could activate, but I just wanted to show you that cool play. Because usually what I do is I'd make Transcendent. I'd get Bident, Hydra, Chandra on field before battle phase. and then I'd attack all 3. Bring special summon the Fadra with Chandra. Easy. But as you can see, that's what the deck can do. Thank you all for watching. And please make sure to like and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Content. This has been Kaival. Kaival out.